Hey everyone, it's Sandy, and this is going to be my first layout from the kit that I created that I'm going to call the blue kit because I pulled out a lot of items and things that were blue. And if you missed it, the video before this should be showing the kit that I pulled that I will be using for the month of January. And this is just a kit that I pulled from my own stash. And right now what I'm doing is I'm just spraying some Heidi Swap onto some plastic and putting some splotches down of that blue. And now I was just kind of showing you what I had pulled out of the kit that I was going to use. And I went ahead and added some sprinkles onto the page. And I find when I get like another tool and pounce it against the nozzle, it sprinkles a lot better than trying to flick it myself. So that's how I got those the sprinkles on there. So now I'm just going to go ahead and figure out how I'm going to lay this picture. I didn't think it would be that hard to use a lot of blue, but I'm finding as I'm working on this first layout that it is kind of a little bit of a challenge for me just to stay within like one color. Now, as you see me put it together, there are going to be pops of color, especially with like the ephemera and stuff. But when I was trying just to use different color blues, I was trying to do a monochromatic, but I just can't do it. So you're going to see that I do add different colors in this as well. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use my ATG gun. Well, I'm using my Tim Holtz ruler to go ahead and trim down the pieces of paper that I'm going to use for this one is going to be like the background sheet. And then I use my Tim Holtz ruler to mat those two photos as well. I just like the edge that it gives. It's not even, it's kind of torn. And a lot of times after I do that, I go ahead and I use my Distress inks to ink around the edges. And I use the Faded Jeans on this one. And that's probably what I'm doing now off camera. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these two photos down. Now these pictures are of Richard and the girls. Richard has kind of taken up baking bread and rolls and cinnamon rolls since November, and the girls love it, and I do too. It makes the house smell so good. So I believe that picture of him with his 2 loaves of bread was the first time that he made it, and the second picture are of his buns that Lisa gave him the recipe to, and they're really, really good. So those what those 2 pictures are. Now I pulled out embellishments ahead of time from the kit, and so I'm trying to see if I can use that loved, and I believe that's from Dear Lizzy, but I couldn't figure out where to put it. So I'm going to go ahead and put down this tag, which is also from the Dear Lizzy collection, and that flower that has blues and reds in it is from, I think they all are from the Lucky Charm. Most of the embellishments that I'm going to use on this one are from the Lucky Charm Dear Lizzy, which I've had kind of laying around. And sometimes I pull pieces from it and sometimes I don't. So I really went through it and dug most of the blues that I can find and added them in this kit. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And I want to try and do heavy layering, but I struggle with that. So maybe in the next layout, I can kind of like try and do a lot of layering with cards and different things like that. There's just so many different things that I see people doing that I want to give it a try. They make it seem so easy. And then when you try it, for me, it's just challenging because it's not, I can't like go through a layout so quick. I'm having to really think about what I'm doing. So hopefully I can get better at layering. But I'm just adding some buttons that again are from the Dear Lizzy Lucky Charm. And I'm going to add 2 banner pieces up there. And one says remember and one says today, I believe. And I'm just kind of fixing them there. And those 2 hearts are from a Freckle Fawn kit that we got a few months ago. And those were the last 2 I had left. So when I put these 2 down, I won't have any more of those hues, which is kind of nice. So I won't see those laying around anymore. Now this banner I pulled out from the Mint Julep collection, where it was like banners. It has 4 banners that you kind of pull them apart. They're already strung together and you just pull them off the sheet. And I went ahead and I'm going to tack this banner down, and I'm using my stapler. And it's funny because I was talking to Lisa, those staples that I have in there, they're blue, but they're from, I think, Making Memories. Like, I've had those for years. So I went ahead and pulled out the blue and the teal, and hopefully I'll use some of them up during this kit that I'm doing out of my stash. So I'm just going to go ahead and add sequins, and now I'm adding enamel dots. And the really good thing about this kit is it's like just so handy to pull out something really quickly. I don't have to go digging through my stuff. So it's like all the digging has been done ahead of time, and now it's just time to put it together. So far this is my first layout, and I'm enjoying it so far. So hopefully it'll help me get through some of my stash this way. And I'm just using those Cut It Up, I think that's what it's called. I think they're from My Mind's Eye, and I put some words up there, and I think it says that you are so love and delightful 2014. Again, I tried to use that love card, but I couldn't fit it anywhere. So now I'm just journaling the same thing about how Richard started baking and the girls love to help him, and it makes the house smell so good, and the girls love to like toast his bread and eat it with jelly and butter, and it's just, we're really enjoying it. So it was nice to go ahead and get this down and documented. So now I have some still pictures coming up. Oh, you know what? I'm adding a little bit more layering right there because my journaling was too far down. Like, it felt kind of disconnected. So I'm going to add a few more stickers to make the journaling look like it's closer to the layout. So that's what I'm doing right there. And I'm pulling again from the Lucky Charm Dear Lizzie collection. So there's a lot of blue in that. And I've always liked it, but I've never really used a lot of it up. So it's nice to kind of start going through it. And I believe this banner sticker is the last one that I'm going to add. And the last thing I'm going to do on the layout is I have a stamp pulled out. And I believe it's a stamp back from when I subscribed to Coco Daisy for a while. This stamp is from a long time ago. It's either from Coco Daisy or from... oh goodness, I can't even remember who. There was another one. Citrus Twist. I don't even know if they're still around. But anyways, it's one of those kit clubs I used to subscribe to years ago. And it says rated, let's see, 5-star rated. So I went ahead and I stamped it at the bottom using my Heidi Swap ink pad. And now I'm just stamping the stars on there. And it added a little extra to it, and I really like that. So that's what I was doing there. So I have some still pictures coming up right there, and hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think about me doing a kit from my stash and trying to kill it for the month of January. Have a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.